Start. Okay, there's a little red symbol right there. That means we are recording. Okay, now let's go over to the handy dandy homework. Email.
I have a couple questions, please.
No, I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to
I'm
ignore
so sick
you.
of people ignoring me.
What's your questions?
Alright, so are we going all the way to,
We will get to probably 8, 9. I don't know. Because we're only going to spend a couple of days on 7 because it's real easy. I don't know what we're going to get to. The last test will be on the last day of class, and I'll go over that next week probably. It'll cover whatever we cover. So we're probably going to get out of Unit 3 and get into Unit 4, but not very much. Okay, here is your questions. There they are. And on a subject. Okay, first question is, that's 6.1. We already covered those, so I'll delete that one, delete that one. And 6.2, number 7. This is like number 7 online. NPX. Okay, now I realize some of these were sent before we went over it. So what I'll do is I'll take my handy dandy calculator, and we're going to do this together. Did you get your calculator in the mail? Oh, you got a pretty pink one. Aren't you with the crowd?
I had a purchase record when I was
Should I be able to?
Stay home. If you would have stayed home, you would have had it. My daddy used to blame everything on either the lake or the beach or traveling. If you just stayed home, you'd been all right. Anyway, what'd you say, Miss Blackman?
Should I be able to see the board right now?
Yeah, I already presented. Oh, God. You should have had a little thing that said accept.
I accept it. I can see you guys. I just can't see the board.
All right,
We
well, I'm going to
can't
send
see
it
the board
again
either.
and look for something blinking or look for something that says yes. Okay? I'm sending it right now.
Hey, let us see the kids.
Okay, you need to be quiet or I'm going to throw you out of class. Okay, does anything come up?
No.
All right, I'm going to take you out, X out, and I'll bring you back in and do it again, okay?
Okay.
This happens every once in a while. I don't know if she don't see it or if she might have clicked over it. But this happens especially with people that are coming in for the first time. You know, there's probably a Russian in the room with her. She can't tell anybody. That's probably what it is. Yep.
Never mind, I was going to ask you if anyone was missing their keys, but I just found a person out here who was missing them. You guys doing okay?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
That was weird.
Okay, now look for something that says accept. What does it say? Accept content? It should come up because I'm presenting.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, thank you. Whew. Okay. All right, so let me pull up the question. There's the question. And there's the calculator. And I told y'all it would be by 10, 7.7, and 7. So hit second, bars, and what I tell you, binomial, which one was it? Now I told y'all to remember, PDF. Okay, enter, and it says trials, that's in. What was in?
15.
So you punch in 15. For those of you that have an older calculator and you don't have this window, you type in 15, then comma, then 0.7. 0.7 is the percentage or the probability or the decimal. And then the x value is 7. You have to type it in that order. If you have an older calculator, you would type in binomial PDF, and then it'll be open to a parenthesis, and you type in 15, comma, 0.7, comma, 7, and then close parentheses.
What number is this?
You got two different ones. The ones you got up there is a different one.
And that'll give you that, or that's what it should look like.
What number is this?
Why do y'all ask that after I've
I
already?
wasn't
But you said it was number
listening.
7, but you
I
have a
wasn't
different number
listening.
7 than I do.
Say it one more
I
time.
wasn't listening.
Okay, thank you. So now I gotta go back,
You can just,
just like your mama. All right. Number 7. All right, you got it? Okay. Now, that is the probability. I mean, now you hit enter.
Oh, it's 10, and not 15, it's 10 on yours.
Well, who said 15?
I did because it's 15 on mine.
I can't work in this environment. There is your probability. Now, it is a probability, so most of the time they're going to ask for 3 or 4 digits. Look what it says, round to the what? 4th decimal place. Remember me telling you, if you're finding an area, then it's going to be 4 decimal places. So that decimal place is 0.2668. So I'm going to type that in, 0.2668. This is a test question, so after we get it right, oh my gosh, look at there, we got it right. I'm going to hit similar, and I want you to do it again. Look at there, that's your question, it's 15.
Uh-huh.
So this one says 15, 0.8, and 12.
The number shouldn't be above 1, should it?
No. Probability is between 0 and 1. You broke an amble with a banana, Mr. Gilliard. Something so simple, and you just screw it up. See, that's why your generation goes through and licks ice cream. I buy Mayfield. Mayfield has the container over it, the skin over it. I buy Mayfield. Because if somebody does that around here in LA, you're going to catch something. Because these people around here, they got the herpes and all. So,
That's horrible. That's somebody that you are. And then you see that grown ass man that did it. He's like 60.
if you want to know what it is, it all goes to attention deficit disorder. People want attention. That's the attention deficit. I'm not talking about being able to pay attention. I'm talking about people want attention.
See, that's different than the one I had. Another one.
Okay, so hit second. Now, to save you some time, hit second, enter. And look at there. And change it to 15.8. Now, I'm showing you how to not break an amble with a banana, but some of y'all will do it anyway. Look what I do here. I'm going to insert. I'm going to hit second. And right above the DEL, it says INS. INS stands for insert. And I'm going to type in 1, and then 2, and then delete. Enter. And that is 0.2501. And you feel good about yourself. So you don't have to be a 60-year-old man doing teenager stuff on YouTube. I mean, y'all really want to see a person with issues?
what happened?
You want to see a person with issues? I'll show you a person with issues. But I can't turn the, he sent it to me yesterday. We watched it in class yesterday. I turned it on mute. That's a bagel shop in New York.
Let's hear it.
No.
What's he saying?
He's saying that the world is against him because he's short. And girls take advantage of him because he's short.
Oh my God.
And then he tells everybody to shut up.
Oh,
He tells that guy to shut up.
Napoleon said
And, yeah. And then he tells another guy to shut up.
that. Which one's for what?
And then one of them tackles him. So look at him bump up against him. You shut up. You shut up. You shut your mouth. Boom! Anyway, that's what happens when you have issues. You do stupid stuff. That's why you have 40-year-olds cruising the mall. That's why you have 60-year-olds licking ice cream.
Well, look at the family.
His issue was his
They were
outfit.
all family.
Did I not tell you? Now, what was the pattern? Did you see him? He was hitting all the women. He was hitting all the women. He has a spine and a genital problem.
That was crazy.
You don't hit women, period. There's two things. When I get to St. Peter's, there's two things I can tell him I ain't never done. One of them is hit a woman. I'm not going to talk about the second. All right, let's go to the next problem. The next problem, all right, Mr. Gilliard, you're sending me problems right after I go over problems.
I have a
Mr.
question
Gilliard.
because I put in my calculator.
No,
and it's still
just,
wrong.
okay, let's see what yours is.
I got .0211.
That's it.
It's wrong.
It's wrong?
It's wrong.
Okay, let's look. 12, 0.7, and 10. Let's all help Mr. Gilliard out. Let's help him. Okay? Let's all, Coney Campus and Miss Blackman, let's all get together now and help Mr. Gilliard.
My calculator's not the same.
Oh,
It's
my
not
Lord.
the same.
So it's .16.
Second, enter. I got 12.7 and 10. Okay, Mr. Gilliard, what were you breaking the amble with? A mushroom, a carrot, a banana?
I did PDF instead of.
You did the wrong. Okay, it's operator error. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Now look at this. 0.167 what? 0.1678. We have to go through that because I'll get somebody 0.1678. Screw that up on the test. And we got it right. Okay, so that takes care of those two problems. All three of those problems we just did are test questions. So make sure you know how to do it. This question is evil. Okay, that's nice to know.
Is that what somebody put?
Okay, now remember the number line. This says the probability of 4 or less. Now think of households. Are you going to have -5 households? What's the lowest household you're going to have? Well, actually 0 households. 0 households, don't use locked doors on the front of their house. Let me ask you a question. Do you have an alarm system on your house? Why do you lock your door? Well, you're a racist. You're not supposed to let people, you're supposed to let people in your house. You're not supposed to lock your doors. Okay, so the lowest household is what? 0. What's the next? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we got to do? NP0, NP1, NP2, NP3, and NP4. Why do we stop at 4? Why don't we stop at 3? Because it has a what?
It includes 4.
There you go, which means it's inclusion of 4. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it using the stove button. And stove is where you get what? Bread. So, second, I'm going to clear this so y'all won't mess it up. I'm going to do second, enter. Okay, so then go ahead and put your numbers in. That's going to be 13.2. And what's the only one that's going to change? The only one that's going to change is this one. And I'm going to put a 0 there. You can put 2 zeros because you might, have double digits. I don't care. Double 0 and 0 is the same thing. All right, so enter. Now, how do we stow that? We hit the stow button. Store, alpha, and I'm going to call it alpha A. Enter. Okay, I just stored 0.0549755.814. I just stored it in cell A. So I want everybody to make sure you can store it. So you get your answer, you don't touch anything, you just hit store.
You add them together at the end.
At the end, yes, that's what we're gonna do. And then after you hit store, you hit alpha, and then I think A is math. The little A above it, the little green A or whatever color yours is, and then hit enter. Once you hit enter, if it's stored, it'll say 0.0549. Okay, so clear? We're going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. Second, enter. Second, enter. And there's my number. And I'm going to stow. I hit the button. There. Alpha, which is the green button on mine. I don't know what it is on y'all's. A, which is the math button. And then enter. And I've just stored it in alpha A. So now I hit second, enter, second, enter. And now what am I going to put in place of 0? What's the next one? Enter. Stow, alpha, B, which is the apps button. Enter. Second, enter, second, enter. What am I going to change the X to now? 2. Enter. Stow. Alpha. C. Enter. Second. Enter. Second. Enter. 3. Enter. Stow. Alpha. D. And I'm losing my, I think D is the X to the negative exponent key. Yep. Enter. And now the last one, 4. So second, enter, second, enter. Change that to 4. Enter. And now I'm going to stow alpha E, which will be the sign key. And now I'm going to add them all up. I'm going to clear, and I'm going to hit alpha A plus alpha B plus alpha C. Well, you got to hit the buttons. It's kind of hard with the mouse. How do you hit exit? I'm trying to hit exit. There we go. Alpha C plus alpha D plus alpha E. And then you hit enter. 0.9009. Let's see if I'm right. 0.9009. It's a miracle. Now I'm going to hit similar question. This is the one you need to put in your notebook and do it by yourself. 12.4 and X is less than or equal to 4. I want y'all to do that one. And then we'll do it together. It is 102? Wait till 105. That'll give you 3 minutes. Just say 102. I think it does. Yep. Now that's something, I thought all the computers were on the same system of time. My phone says it's 105, and that computer up there says it's 102.
102.
And why does my phone say 105? Damn Russians.
Right, can I go up there?
No, I'm not on the clock right now. Yes, ma'am. Come on up. Or just,
Only because I have my calculator. My child is 12, put a 4.
Put 4. No, not negative. 4. Enter. 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 Okay, so that's, what is that one, 4? So have you done the other 3? 0, 1, 2, and 3?
No, because you were going too fast. I didn't have my calculator.
All right, we're going to store binomial PDF, and I'm going to show y'all something in a minute. We can do binomial CDF. I think it's the same answer. But anyway, stow, and it's going to say alpha E. So here's the alpha key, and then E, find the E, because I can't see. And then hit enter. Now when it shows you, see those two dashed lines? That number is in alpha E because that's the cell. So you're ready to start again. Go backwards, second enter, and now change that 4 to a 3. We're going to go backwards since you started with 4. Change it to a 3. Should be able to go with 3. And hit enter. There you go. Now stow. Alpha. No, not that. That's shift. Alpha. Okay, you're right. Alpha, and then save it in the D and hit enter. You gotta hit enter there.
So you saved it and make
D,
it
alpha D. Now you do the other 3. So you gotta hit, after you write that down, you gotta hit second, enter,
second. Enter.
and then second, enter. There you go. Now change that to a 2. Enter. Now stow, alpha, and then C will be somewhere over here. Down. Enter. Now keep going. Now hit second, enter. Got to do it twice. And now change that to a 1. Enter, stow, alpha, and then it's going to be, I think that B, B. Now do 0. Second, enter, and then change that to 0. There you go, stow, alpha, A. Enter. Okay, now clear. Hit the clear button. Now, alpha A plus alpha B plus alpha C plus alpha D plus alpha E. And then hit enter. B. Oh, you've got to go through E. Just hit plus alpha D plus alpha E. Enter. Okay, it didn't take the last one, I don't think. Or did I? Well, we're doing another problem. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the last problem. So what'd you get? 0.4382. Did y'all get 0.4382?
Yeah.
Look at there. You got it right.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. You better hurry up and practice before the Russians get a hold of that calculator. All right, so that's how you do that one. Now I'm going to show you another trick I learned in the war. You can take, I think, and I'm not sure. Let me see what second bars. I think it's cumulative. I think. Let me see what it asks for. Trials 12. P is 0.4. And the X value is 4. Now, I think it will do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 without you having to do it. So let's see. Paste and enter. Look there. It's a miracle.
So paste does 1, 2, 3?
Okay? Yes, what it does is and let's go back to the second bars. Second bars, the difference between binomial PDF and binomial CDF, binomial probability distribution, binomial cumulative distribution. Cumulative, what does cumulative mean? It adds on the next one and the next one and the next one. So if you want to find 4 or 5 without having to add them all up, then you do cumulative. That's what the C is for. That's why you were getting another number, Mr. Gilliard. I want everybody to write that down in their notebooks. Binomial PDF is for probability distribution of a single number. You got it? Equals 4, equals 2, equals 5. Okay? Binomial cumulative distribution means that you're adding up 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want from 0 to 3, then I would put in a 3. If I want 0 to 5, I put in a 5. It is defaulted to go from whatever number you put in for X to 0. Does everybody understand that?
You repeat about probability PDF?
PDF is probability distribution of a single number, single X. X is equal to 5. X is equal to 2. X is equal to 0. Binomial cumulative distribution means 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What we just did, the last 2 problems we did.
I used the PDF, but it worked.
Huh?
So I used PDF in the last 2 problems.
But you have to add them up. You have to add 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 when you use PDF. You don't have to do all that work if you use CDF. Everybody understand the difference between the 2? Okay, please write it in your notebook so when you're doing the test, you won't what? Screw it up.
So you can do PDF, you just got to
You can do either one, you just got to know which one to use. I mean, you got to know what to do with each one. PDF takes longer when you have a less than or equal to. Okay? These are all good test questions that y'all are sending. So you might want to keep them in your notebook and have them marked. Okay? This is number 9. Probably the same question. Yep. I'm not going to go over that one again. We've already done it twice. Okay? Next one. Number 9, that's the same one. This is number 10. Okay, this one, you're going to do NP0, NP1, NP2, NP3, NP4, NP5, NP6, and fill out the chart. Then they're probably going to ask you for the mean and the what?
Standard deviation.
Standard deviation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over. I'm going to copy this if it will let me.
I figured part A, just got confused on it.
Copy, and I'm going to take the handy dandy Excel spreadsheet. And this is a great test question because it's got everything in it. Okay, so I want you to take your calculator, and here is there's the directions. Okay? Wait a minute. That's not what they did. Okay, go ahead and write down the question. N is equal to 6. P is equal to 0.3. And here's all your X's. So you got to type in each one. So go ahead and be doing that.
Can we tell you the answers still?
Hmm?
Can we tell you the answers?
No, let everybody needs to practice. We got some people that, are good at it and some people that suck at it. So we need to make sure everybody can do it.
Are we going to need to store them for the other parts?
No, this is just for, we're going to put it in no, because you got to punch it into your, I don't know if I've shown you, I don't know if you can. Go ahead and do the chart first.
Priority 1 message coming in on secure channel.
Distribution, mean, make sure that nobody got kicked out. This, Blackman, you still there? Yeah, she's still there. Usually when I get a text in the middle of class, it means somebody got kicked out. Check. Need to check. Binomial.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
Mean and variance TI-84. Standard deviation for the binomial. Go to the distributions menu on the calculator and select binomial CDF. We're just going to do it by hand for right now until I figure out if we can do it. Okay, so I'm going to delete this and I'm going to say n is equal, what was n equal to?
6.
6. And p is equal to what?
0.3.
P is equal to 0.3. Okay, so I'm going to put p x here. I'm going to put p of x here. And I think it went to 6, did it not?
Yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, give me the distribution starting with 0. And give me 4 digits, please.
0.11. Would it be 76, but would you round?
0.1176, next one.
And then 0.3025.
Next one.
0.3241.
Next one.
0.1852.
Next one.
0.0595.
Next one.
0.0102.
Next one.
And then I got 7.29 E minus 4.
Okay, 7.29e to the what?
Minus 4.
That'd be 0.0000. I think it'd be 0. Let's add it up and oops. Let's see what happens when I.
That's what I got on mine.
Yeah, you got okay.
Yeah, I already did that.
Did you add them up? Let's see what happens when you add them up, just to make sure. Well, that's what you need to check. 0.9991, so this one should be 0.0007. 0.0007. Let's see what that does. Okay, rounding is a little bit off. Has everybody got those numbers? Check your rounding and make sure that if I got something wrong, let me know.
So if we get an exponent, we gotta convert it.
Everybody get those? Yes? No?
Yes, I got them.
Okay, thank you. One person. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to find the mean and the standard deviation. So go ahead and do that. What do we need to do? Well, to find the mean and the standard deviation, the mean is the summation of x times what? P of X. Good. You were the one that paid attention. I'll do the first one for you. 0. I'll even do the second one for you. 0.3025. Remember, when in doubt, read the what? Read the formula. Control C, no yawning in class. Control V. I got a mean of 1.8. What'd y'all get?
I hate when my y'all.
What?
I hate when my y'all.
That'd be hard. 1.8.
Not when they're sick.
Sickness is full of you. All right. So, what else? What else do we need? Somebody look at your formula for the variance or the standard deviation. What do you need? Yeah, we need standard deviation. What's the formula?
X squared.
X squared. We need a column called X squared. Why are you answering these questions? You're not supposed to. Somebody's going to beat you up. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to speak. Gosh. You're going to have Oconee come down here and beat you up. All right, so equals X squared. I'll do the first one for you. 0. Now look at your formula for the variance. What else do you need besides X squared? You need X squared times what?
P of X.
P of X. X squared times P of X. They don't appreciate you answering these questions. Times P of X. Copy those down, and that's going to be part of your variance formula. So let's just Control C, Control V. And that's the first part of your formula for the variance. Now, for those that don't know and are too lazy to look in your notebook, variance is equal to, V bar, variance is equal to X squared times P of X, which is that number right there, minus, well, I got to put minus because it won't let me put a subtraction symbol. It wants to. What squared? The mean what? Squared. Now I put it in an Excel spreadsheet, but you just need to look in your notebook, you know, that thing that you need to write in and refer to when you're at home, and do it. So that's going to equal this number minus this number raised to the what? Second power. And I get 1.25, and that is called the variance. And since the first week of class, what is the relationship between the variance and the standard deviation? Square root or raised to the 0.5 power. So that's going to be equal to that number raised to the 0.5 power. Raised to, hold on. There. Okay, and these are the three numbers that some of them might want. They might want that one. They might want that one. And they might want this one. But what are the most important two numbers in statistics? The mean and the what? Standard deviation. So make sure you write those three numbers down. I don't know what this question is going to ask, but I want you to write those three numbers down, and then we'll go back and look at it. And please write down the whole number so I can ask for decimal places. Okay, so let's go back to the handy-dandy question. The handy dandy question says, I'm not doing all that, so I'm just gonna type in 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, come on. 7, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now, if our numbers are a little bit off, it's because their rounding is a little bit different. So let's see if their rounding matches ours. Look at their numbers and see if they match our numbers. I know that 0.0007 matches ours. So somebody give me the mean. Was it 1.8? It's a miracle. And the standard deviation? You mean 2 decimal places for those that wrote it down like I told you to. 1.12. Look at there. Now, as far as after that, I really don't care what they ask because that's all I care about.
Can you go back to the spreadsheet real quick?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you go back to the spreadsheet real quick?
Got it?
So you just, the variance minus.
Variance is always.
Yeah, but the variance minus 1.
Yeah, it's always, yeah.
And then to the second.
You got to raise that one. You got to raise the mean to the second power and subtract it from from that number right there. Oh, they want you to do NP. Okay, so N is 6. All right, N is 6. P is 0.3. So therefore Q is what? 7. So somebody take 6 and multiply by 0.3. Well, that's going to be 1.8. Nice work. We got a nice work. Now, NPQ, 1.8 times 0.7 would be 0.08 times 7, which would be 1.23, or what is it?
1.26.
1 point what?
26.
1.26. A lot of people say, well, how do you do that calculation in your head? Well, 10% of 1.8 is 0.18, 0.018, or 10%. Yeah, and then you just multiply that in your head. I got 1.23 because I'm not that fast, but 1.26. So it looks like that doing it by the NPQ is a little bit off, but it's still, is it good enough for government work? Pretty much. Government. G-U-V-M-E-N-T. Government. That's different from government. Okay? Government is when you're, one of these DC officials and you say government, but most of America says government. All right? Check all. Okay, they said something wrong. Let's see what they got. They got 1.12. Did y'all check it? Oh, well. Evidently, it comes out to be 1.12. Somebody take 0.7 times 1.8. What do you get? Oh, we didn't take the square root of it. That's why. What's the square root of 1.26?
1.112.
There you go. We didn't take the square root. I'm sorry. Okay, let's look at the probability. Somebody look for a peak. Where do y'all see a peak? Got 11 cent, 30 cent, 32 cent, 18 cent, 6 cent, 1 cent, 0 cent. Where's the peak? It's on the left side. So that means skewed right because all the data is on the what? Left. So which one is skewed? I believe it's
You
A.
have a work email.
Okay, that's not a bad test question. That's a good test question. In fact, I like that test question because it has a lot of 6.2 in it, and you don't have to, might give you that as a test question. Okay. Trying to figure out, I'm going to have to look that up on the next question. I want to look it up and see if I can actually do that on the calculator, save y'all a little bit of time. Next question. Oh gosh, look, they logged me out. Mayberry Technical College. Really? You sending me another one?
It's the same one.
Oh, well, why? It's supposed to.
Yeah, it's the same
It's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be light. Oh well. That's number 10.
That's the same.
That's the same one.
That's the same one.
Dadgum. Everybody's sending that one.
That's 11.
And that's 11. Okay, now this one is a good homework question. Why am I not going to give it as a test question? Because it's too long. Okay, but for what we're going to do, we're not going to do A through D. We're just going to fill out this right here. So I want everybody to do, well, I don't mind doing it for homework for you. So go ahead and fill out the chart. 9 is N, 0.5 is P, so therefore 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So go ahead and fill those out. Put them in your notebook so I can transfer it over to the spreadsheet in just a minute. See if I can make it small. There we go. Move that over. There we go. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bet you could do binomial. Let me see if I can do binomial. Equals binomial distribution. Oh my gosh, we can do this. So I do 9.5, 9 comma, 0.5 comma, and then A20. A20, but is it going to read the cell? Yep. Nope. I'm going to have to type in 0.
Maybe you gotta go 820 through 826.
No, it won't do that.
Since you're 26.
Hold on. Number of trials is 9. Probability is 0.5. Oh, it's cumulative. It does cumulative. See that cumulative right there? So that's cumulative. It only do 9. So that's not going to help us. Oh well. I wonder if there's another one. Binomial. Yeah, that's changing from binomial system over to no. That's the only thing, and it won't do it. So I was trying to help y'all out. Maybe it's the only way you can do it. I doubt it. I feel that the TI can do it, but I just really don't know. So we're going to call this probability of X. Probability of X and X. For some reason I can't type a parenthesis. Okay. So give me 4 digits.
You have a work email.
I hope everybody blows my phone up.
Priority 1 message coming in on secure message coming in.
Okay, give me the 4 digits.
0.0019.
0.0019.
Got it. 0020. That's right.
For which one?
For number 11.
For 1?
For 0. No.
All right, 1.
0.0175.
0.0175. Next.
0.0703.
Next.
0.1640.
Priority 1
Next.
message coming in on secured channel.
We're on 4, right? 0.2460.
0.2460.
Are we supposed to round up?
I always do the 4 digits on area. Next.
0.1640.
16 what?
40.
Next.
0.0703.
Next.
0.0175.
Next.
0.0019.
19. And next.
Am I missing one?
Huh?
I think I'm missing one.
All right, somebody check, see which one we're missing. I can't depend on Jada. She let me down.
Wow.
She's a
Is this
disappointment.
3 numbers or 4 numbers? Because you got 0.164.
It cuts off the 0. The spreadsheet cuts off the 0. I can change that right now. There. Okay, somebody tell me which one we're missing because I've got 9 and I don't have a number.
9's 0.0020. But you're missing
0.0030?
20.
20.
0. Like when we start at 0, go from 0.
That's 0, that's something.
Yeah.
Did everybody get the same numbers? It's not right. Wait a minute, I might have left off one. Hold on.
Yeah.
You also forgot to round the numbers. Round it first.
Oh, good God Almighty. 9 numbers is ridiculous. They don't need to give you 9 numbers. All right, somebody check it. Of course, nobody's going to say anything, but somebody check it for me.
Okay, let's try to read.
If the correct answer that they give you does not even add up to 1, how is that right?
Well, it may not be. It may not be. Let me check it and see. Well, I'm not going to go through and type in all those answers. I want everybody to check those numbers with NP0, NP1, NP2, NP3, and see if all of those are correct. If all of those are correct, then we can't do anymore because it doesn't equal 1. But I don't think that's true.
I got like 1.0002 and I added all mine up.
Well, I'm getting 0.75, so somebody's got some screwy numbers.
That because we didn't round those numbers up, but I rounded mine up when I entered them and it gave me
What do you mean we didn't round them up?
She didn't round them up. But
I thought you rounded them up.
No, I called them out as they came out of mine.
She just gave me the numbers.
Somebody give me 0. Jada, don't say anymore.
0.0176.
0.01.
No, 0.0020.
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring these.
26.
Okay, does everybody agree that the first one is 0.0 what? 0126.
No. 0026.
0026. Does everybody agree with that?
No. Wait a minute. 0026.
0.
Yeah.
Oh, Coney, y'all can say something. No, they're just gonna sit there.
5, 00195. So it's gotta be 0026. Right?
No, you said 00, what'd you get?
If you got around 004.
Is that the right answers? I can't see them.
Yeah.
Give them to me and let's try it.
0.0020 for 0.
0.0020. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Next one.
0.0176.
0.0176.
Okay, that was right.
That one's right?
Yeah.
That one's right?
No, 3 is 0.1641.
0.1641.
4 is 0.2461.
0.2461.
This is the same for 5.2.
0.2461.
6 is 0.1641.
0.1641.
7 is 0.0703.
Point what?
0.0703.
0.0703.
8 is 0.0176.
0.0176.
And then 9 is correct.
Okay, that's 1.002, so that's 1.000, so that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do x times p of x. So that's x times p of x. Now, I'm assuming that this book gives a little leeway for the rounding, because then you would say, let's look at the question and see if it says, yeah, they want it. So let's go ahead and type in 3 here. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And let's check the numbers that they get against ours, and so we can keep going on and not have to worry about. Okay, look at those numbers. I'll pull my spreadsheet up and make it small. Okay, 0.0020, 0.0176, 0.703, 1641, 2461, 2461, 1641, 703, 176, and point. Okay, so we're good. All right, now let's do x times p of x. So that's going to equal this number times this number. And we're going to copy those down and add those up. Control C, Control V, and that is our mean. Y'all check that. Mean is equal to 4.5009. Mean is equal to this number. So now we need x squared. X squared equals this number raised to the second power. We're going to copy that down. And then this right here will be x squared times p of x. So that's going to equal this number times p of x. And we're going to copy that down. And we're going to add that up. Control C, Control V. And that's going to be our first number in our formula. So that's variance is equal to this number minus what? Parentheses, this number raised to the what? Second power. And that is your variance. And of course now, The standard deviation is equal to that number raised to the 0.5 power. Write those numbers down now. We'll put those in.
On the keyboard.
Say again?
Our computer's going to restart, so.
Oh no, don't do that, please.
Yeah.
Write those numbers down. Now, you don't have to write down all those 10 numbers. You can write down 4 or 5. We round to the 4th when it talks to. So let me go here. And the mean is, of course, it does that little pain in the butt. 4.5 says 4.50. And we feel good about ourselves. Decimal says round to 2 decimal places. 1.50. And we feel good about ourselves. Now, I need you to take 9 times 0.5 times 0.5. What do you get? I'm sorry. No. 9 times 0.5. What's half of 9? You don't need a calculator. 4.5. Please tell me you didn't use a calculator. Check answer. Now, Q is 0.5. Now, this is some real heavy math here. What's half of $4.50? 225. Now take the square root of 225. 1.5. Should be 1.5. How do you know that? Well, the square root of, it's 15 times 15 is 225. And everybody should know their square roots up to 15. When you graduated high school, you should know that. But you also should know how to do your checkbook, your income taxes, and things like that. But can't control you if you know that stuff. Anyway, check answer. Knowledge is power.
Priority 1 message coming in on secure.
Where's your peak here? There's 0 cent, 2 cent, 7 cent, 16 cent, 25 cent, 25 cent. You see your peak? Peak is in the middle, so this is going to look like a bell curve. So which one does it look like? It's either going to be, well, I don't know. Let me look again. Let's see. Yeah, because it looks like a good normal curve. Y'all say A?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all feel good about yourself.
Symmetric.
Yep. Okay, that's a good test question. But no, it's not. I don't like the extra 9. I don't like the extra 4 or 5. It takes too long on the test. Okay, next one.
Still 7.
This is the same one and this one. Same one and this one. Number 12. Okay, this one says, according to the airline, blah, 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 13 is in. So write down N is equal to 13. 0.75 is P. And here's all your Q's. X's. I'm going to draw a number line for each one, and then y'all figure out how to do it. Because that's what you're supposed to do when you're doing these. Explain why this is a binomial distribution. Okay, if a plane takes off, what is it going to do? It's going to land. Okay, so it's either flying or it's not. Okay, you either show up or you what? Don't show up. So by that, you can pick your stuff out right here on the A part, because in other words, the 2 or 3 tests, I'm not worried about that. But let's go to the first one, B. B. I'm going to draw a number line, and I'm going to draw 0, and this is 13. How do you say exactly 8? You put a BA dot on 8, don't you? So X is equal to what? 8. Okay, that's B. C. C says, find and interpret the probability fewer than 8. So I'm going to take my number line. That's 13. That's 8. And this is 0. So how are we going to do it's fewer than 8? Does fewer mean inclusive? Yes or no? No. Not inclusive. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that means you're going to do what?
X less than 8.
You're going to do X less than 8. So that means cumulative. So what I tell you, binomial, is it CDF?
Yeah.
From N is what? N is 13. P is 0.75. And X is what? Not 8, but what? 7. Why did I not include 8? Because it's not inclusive, because it says what? Fewer than. Now here's what's the good part. D. What does D say?
Find and interpret the probability that at least 15 flights are on.
D.
Well, I mean,
D, right here.
numbers are different. Okay, so 8.
What does it say? At least. What does the word at least mean? That means the lowest number is what? 8. So somebody tell me, do we have to do any real big calculating with this? No, because this is the complement of what? C.
You got a work email.
D is the complement of C. So whatever number you get with this, you're going to subtract it from 1, and that's going to be D. What is E? E says 0, 13. What does E say? Between 6 and 8 flights, and is it inclusive or exclusive? So that means you're going to do NP6, NP7, and NP what? And you're going to what? You're going to add them. All right, do it. There are 2 outcomes, success or what? Failure. That's one of them. You can't have 15 different outcomes. Remember, the test, you can only have what? Tails and what? Flipping a coin, tails and heads. The experiment is performed until a desired number of successes is reached, not successes. Each trial depends on a previous trial. The trials are independent. A certain number of times. The probability of success is the same for each trial of the experiment. Let's check this first, and then I'll check G. Might be G. There we go. Okay, so write down those 4 checks because they're not going to change. This is a good test question because it's got everything in it. It's got less than, it's got equal to, it's got, so somebody do NP 8 and tell me what you get. So how many digits? 4, because that's what we're doing. So somebody do NP 8. Tell me what you get. 13.75 and 8.
So 8 would be 0.206.
Don't say 0 point, that messes me up, please. Say point.
Point
Point what?
2060.
0.2060. Did everybody get that? Nobody's gonna say anything, so. Okay, try it again. 13, do not do cumulative, do PDF. What'd you get? I can't see.
Okay. 0.1258, but do we need to round?
Yeah, to 4 digits.
Okay, so 0.12.
59?
Yeah.
59? Some of y'all don't know how to round. You got it right, Jada, even though I helped you a little bit. All right, somebody do the next one. Oh, they got to ask a stupid question. If 100 trials, what is 100 times that'd be 12.5, 12.6. But poor old Horatio, there's no such thing as 12.5 people or 12.5 times. So that would be what? 13? Number is expected about 13. Okay, now, B. Somebody do that with C, I'm sorry. C says fewer than 8 flights. Here we go. So now that's when you're going to do cumulative. So somebody give me that to 4 digits. Point. I gotta lay off the Marlboro Reds.
Alright, we're going to
Huh? You do CDF 13.75 and 7. I know somebody has got it, but nobody talks,
You
so.
said 13.75 and 7?
Yep.
0.802.
What'd you get?
0.
0.0802. Good job. Okay, so that means if you multiply that by 100, that's going to be 8 people, or 8 times, if they ask that. So that's going to be 8 times. Okay. Oh, okay, next question. At least. So somebody take 1 minus 0.08. That's going to be 0.9198. Somebody check that. 0.9198. 0802 minus 1. What do you get? Or 1 minus 0.0802.
0.9198.
Okay. And that means, what's 100? That'd be 92 people, or 92 times that 8 flights being on time. So that'd be 92 times out of 100. And the last one, between 6 and 8. So y'all got to use you either got to write 6, 7, and 8 probabilities down, or use the STOW function and add them up. I'm just going to let y'all do that, and then tell me what you get. See, if you draw the number lines, they help you understand what you're getting. If you don't draw the number lines, you're trying to think of it in your head, and it flies away. Unless you're a water walker. And if you're a water walker, you probably invented it to begin with. I can't understand Mara. What?
I was kind of talking to myself.
Oh, you're talking to yourself. Okay.
You afterwards, because I keep forgetting to go back and change. Instead of doing it over again, just.
You gotta hit second enter, second enter.
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
I got you.
So give me 4 digits, starting with point. I'll go ahead and put the point in there. 6, 7, and 8, and add them together.
.3104.
0.3104. Is she correct? No, she is a loser and should quit school.
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
I'm sorry, what? Somebody else got one? I know somebody's got the answer, they're just not talking.
PDF.
Should be NP6 plus NP7 plus NP8. Okay, I'm just going to type in 3. Should be 0.2003. And that'd be 20 times. Okay? So remember, draw the number lines because they make sense. They make better sense than just staring at the question for 15 minutes. Okay? And you got to read, remember, mathematics, or at least the statistics and probability, it's not about the math. It's about if you can what? Read. Exactly. Exactly means NP8. Fewer than 8 means up to 7. At least 8 means the complement of up to 7. So you got to read and think. All right? And 6, 7, and 8. What if I said exclusively? What would between 6 and 8 flights be if I said exclusively? NP7. Because exclusive means that you don't include what? 6 and 8. So you would just do 7. Capiche? Be nice if people talked in here. Be really nice. I don't know what I've done to y'all.
That's the same one.
That's the same one?
Yeah.
That was 12.
Yeah.
13. Like, I love how y'all keep sending these questions in, thinking that I don't notice that y'all sending them in. 13 jurors are selected from a population of 5 million residents. Of these 5 million residents, it is known that 49% are minority race. Oh gosh, we're going to end up being racist. Of the 13 jurors selected, 2 are minorities. What proportion of the jury described is from the minority race? 13 jurors are randomly selected from a population of 5 million residents. Of the 5 million residents, it is known that 49% of the, I want to see what they're doing here because I want to know if they're doing the, yeah, 13 is the number. They try to throw you off by that 5 million, okay? 5 million is a red herring, okay? N is 13. Okay, so write down N is 13 on these jury questions. Okay? The proportion, so in this question, the proportion are going to be 2 over 13. Because they ask, of the jurors selected, 2 are minorities. So I think you need to focus on this last sentence right here, where it says, of the 13 jurors, 13 is N. Your P is going to be 0.49, I think. And 2 at this question is going to be X. Okay, but they want you to just do 2 over 13. Somebody do 2 over 13. What do you get?
0.153.
0.15 is all they want. I'm looking to see if that's what they're wanting to do. I want to make sure before I tell you. Yeah. This is 13 independent trials trying success, blah, blah, blah. 13 trials, they're doing 13. Yeah, that's what they're doing. So they're taking that 13. So first find P, multiply both sides. Well, we've already done that. It's 0.49. 0.49 is P. I told you that was going to be P. Is that what we got in our question? Yeah, 0.49. So that's going to be 0.49. Okay, now it says, I'm looking to see who's, somebody's vibrator's going off. Okay, it says the phrase two or fewer. Okay, I'm looking to see two or fewer. What does two or fewer mean? Does it mean less than or equal to, or does it mean less than? Less than or equal to, because it says that two or fewer. Two or fewer means 0, 1, and 2. Add those up. NP0, NP, or you could do cumulative with 2. So do cumulative or do P0 plus P1 plus P2. Somebody give me that one. Use your cumulative, be quicker.
Is it?
13.49 and 2.
What are these? 0.0135.
0.0135. 0.0135.
Yeah.
Did you tell me wrong?
I don't think I rounded to
It's
point
0.01.
Well, I put 0.0135. It didn't like it.
13.449 and 2. Cumulative.
No, it said 0.002. I don't see how they got that. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, they're doing each one. I'm sorry. They're doing each one. That's why they hit it. Okay, somebody do NP0. NP0 should be 0.002. 0002. And then do NP1. Somebody give me NP1 to 4 digits. NP1.
Can you do the CDF for that one? Is that the PDF?
Yeah, do PDF. NP1. I better do 13.49 and 1. They're doing it. I'm sorry, what?
0.001.
0019. They're doing it separately.
So it would be point.
Okay. I don't know what they're doing because I'm getting the same answer. I don't know.
I was going to say
Okay, 0.0020. Okay, whatever. Okay, somebody do NP2. Y'all giving me answers that are not rounded. Oconee doesn't say anything, and I don't know if Miss Blackman is muted or not. So it's up to y'all, Anderson.
0113. 0.13 or 4.
So what do you want me to punch in?
0.
114.
114.
Yeah.
Yay, we got 1 out of 3 right. Now add all those up. Or do the cumulative. And what was the cumulative a while ago?
0.0002 or 20. Hold on. It's one of those numbers.
Well, 2 cent, that'd be 22. 0.0136.
Yeah.
0.0136. That's it. So the second one is 2 or less. And see, the reason this is confusing to people is because they throw that 5 million in there. Okay, 5 million, you're not going to use 5 million in your calculations because some calculators can't do NPX up to 5 million. Okay, so just mark through that 5 million. Capiche? Now what does this say? What might the lawyer of a defendant from a minority case argue? What, of course, what is he going to argue? It's racist. That everybody's racist. All right, okay, we said A, what was A? Well, they're the same answers because the same is 0.15.
You have to exit out of that.
Yeah, we got 0.15. It's the same, the example is the same numbers. 0.15. And then the other one is 0.0, what was B? 2 or fewer. 0.0136. I'm going from memory. Okay, and C, what might the lawyer think? Well, this is pretty low, so a number of minorities is unusually low. I would say unusually low, but I'm not sure. Yep, because that's less than 5 cents. How many cents is that? 0.01. How much? I mean, that's 1 cent, right? Is 1 cent less than 5 cents or more than 5 cents? If it's less than 5 cents, it falls in the 5 cent area on the curve, which is 2.5 and 2.5%. Remember? So if it's out in that area, it's unusual. So now, what if it was 0.0026? Well, that would be almost impossible because that would not be unusual. That would be in the what section? What's outside unusual? Starts with an O. U.
Outlier.
Outlier. Outlier is considered to be almost impossible because that's your Michael Jordans, okay? That's your 6-foot second graders, okay? That's out there, all right? So you know it's not high because that's a very low probability. So it's not C. Okay? And reasonable would be like 0.5, which would be 50%. So it's not C or D. So it's got to be A or B. Well, A or B, impossible would be 0.0036. So it's not B, so it's got to be A, unusual. Okay? I don't like that question. Why do I not like it? Because the 4 million or the 3 million throws you off. And that's why I don't like it. Capiche? Okay, now I'm going to go over right quick because I'm going to go over the next section. We'll save these questions for later. I want to keep going and cover what we were going over the other day. Whiteboard. I left off on inverse norm, right? And that was when you want to find, if you're given a area, if I give you an area, and you got to remember to put your empirical rule in here. No sneezing in class either. 0, 1, 2, 3. -1, -2, -3. And that's why it's important to go ahead and draw your pictures because this gets old after a while. Y'all said that's 2.25 and 0.15. So if I give you a percentage of 45th percentile, okay, that's what the 45th percentile looks like. It's a big P with a subscript of 45, okay? Or I'll say 0.4500, or I'll say 45%. Find the z-score at 45%. All of these are asking the same thing. Okay, so first thing you do is you draw 45%. Well, you know this is, what is this right here? That's 50%. So you know 45 is going to be over here. So I'm going to take my blue marker and I'm going to just put it right in there. So I know that my z-score is going to be a what z-score? A negative z-score because it's to the left of 0. And you could guesstimate, I'll say negative, we know that 50 is right there at 45. you could break this up into 17, 17, and what's half of 17? 34 divided by 4 is what? 8? So you could do 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, 8 here. What's 50 minus 8?
42.
42. So at this where I've got my drawn, that's 42. So 45 is going to be, and you could, and 4, that'd be, let's see, this is 4, that'd be 0.25 right here. And that would be 0.5, and that would be negative 0.25. So I'm going to say it's going to be around negative 0.15. I'm going to say negative 0.15. Negative 0.15, and that is approximate, which means I'm guesstimating. Okay, so I just done my empirical rule, and I guesstimated. Now let's go over here and do it. So now you do inverse norm, second bars, inverse norm, and you type in 0.4500. And somebody tell me what you get. Second bars, inverse norm, not Instagram, not Facebook.
That's the area?
Hmm?
That's the area?
Yeah, point what?
I'm asking you, 0.4500. Is that the
Yeah,
area?
that's all of these, yeah. What do you get? It's going to be negative.
Point negative 125.
0.12. Okay, that's negative 0.13. Now that is the actual z-score. What did I get? I got 0.15, and I don't even have a calculator. It's very possible for you got to get good at it, but that takes
Practice.
practice, yeah. Not trophies, but practice, okay? Takes practice. All right, now what's the other one? Here's the other one I'm going to give you. All right, so this is 7.1. This is one question you might get besides the uniform distribution. And it'll look something like this. They'll say 45% chance, or the probability is 0.45, or a percentile of 0.45, or 45 percentile, or whatever. And that means that they're giving you what? They're giving you the area, and you find the what? The z-score. Okay? Here's the other 7.1 question. And there's several like this. Find the area. Area, probability, percentage that corresponds to z equals 1.67. So first thing you do is draw a picture. Zero, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. 1.67, heck, that's easy. 1.67 is right here, that's 1.5. So this is 1.75. 1.67 is right in here. And if I use my empirical rule, that's 50. And this right here, 50 plus 34 is what? 84. And then half of 13, let's just say half of 13 is 7. Well, that's 91. So I'm going to say 91%. 91% or 0.9100. Because that means that everything to the left is 0.910 around. But that's not exact. So what do? Well, we go to our second bars, and we always read from left to right. This arrowhead right here is called negative infinity, which in statistics is negative 9999. You can use 4 nines, you can use 3 nines, you can use 100 nines. Okay? But for when we do infinity, we do negative 99999, negative 9,999. This arrowhead up here is called what? Positive infinity, and it's going to be positive 9999. So where is our point? Our point is 1 point what? 67. So we're going to type in, and I'm trying to remember I have to look on the calculator. Let me pull up the calculator because I can't remember which one it is. It's second bars. Let me pull it up. Second, turn it on, it's done turned itself off. Second bars, I think it's normal PDF, I think. Yeah. And the X value is, wait a minute, let me look up normal CDF. Hold on a second. Second bars, normal CDF. Okay, it's done screwed up. Let me hit clear. Okay, X value 1.67. Type in 1.67. I'm fixing to find out. This is PDF. I'm gonna hit enter, and let's see what it says. 1.67. No, that's 0.9. That's right, 91% plus. Let me do the first one. Second. No, let me go to the TI-84 because this new one, it does something a little bit different.
Are you looking for a negative number?
No, just hold on a second. Let me do the TI-83 because the TI-83 is a little bit different. Okay? Is the TI-83 not working? Okay, whatever. Let me go to second bars. Second bars. Why is it not? Second bars.
And then what do you want?
Normal. What did I do? PDF or CDF? I did PDF. And there it is, lower and upper. That's it. I didn't hit the right button a while ago. It's normal CDF. Okay, now somebody tell me what my lower, which way do we read?
Left to right.
Left to right, so don't screw this up. Some of y'all start reading from right to left for some reason. So what's the left number? Negative 9999, so I'm going to put negative down here at the bottom, that negative in parentheses. 999999, you can put as many as you want. And then, what's my upper limit?
It's positive.
1 point what? 1.67. And now hit enter. I don't know why that didn't come up before when I pulled up normal CDF. And hit enter. There's what we're looking for. I said 0.91. 0.95 is good enough. 0.9525. So the area to the left of that mark at 1.67 is 0.9525. This area right here, 9525. Somebody tell me what this area right here is. Everybody should be saying the same thing. What's that called? Starts with a C. The complement. What is the complement of 95 cents? 5 cents, but it's going to be less, 0.0475. 0.0475. All right, let me give you another one. I know what time it is. What time's class over? 2:30 or 2:20? Miss Blackman, what time's class over? Is it 2:20? Miss Blackman's not.
2:30.
2:30. I thought it was 2:30. One of those two.
2:30.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't trust some of these people. Mr. Smith would have told me 2:10. Okay, so let's do another one, wouldn't you, Mr. Smith?
That's what I didn't know.
Nah, exactly. All right, so I'm going to give you one, and I want you to think. the thing, yeah. -1, -2, -3. And this is negative infinity. And this arrowhead over here is called positive infinity. We use 9999 there. We don't necessarily have to use it. Depends on what they give us. I want you to find the area. Find the area between -0.5 and 2.1. So the first thing we're going to do is draw it. 0.5, I'll do it in negative. I'll do it in red since it's negative. Negative 0.5 is going to be right here. Everybody with me? And I'm going to do the blue. Since it's positive, it ain't going to be red. I'll do it in blue. And they want to know the area, and I'll do that in green or whatever. They want to know this area right here. So we're going to hit second, normal CDF. What's my lower limit? -0.5. What's my upper limit? 2.1. But I'm going to do it with the empirical rule just to check. I know this is 34%, right? And we know this is 13.5%, right? Now, 2.1 is just a hair over 2, so I'm not even going to give it. This right here is 2.5%. I'm not even going to give it much thinking because that's 1.25 right there. And that's 0.75 right there. And half of 0.75 is like 0.3 something. So we'll change that to 14. 0.3 added on to 0.5 is 13.8. So I'm going to say 14% there. 34% here. And somebody tell me what half of 34 is?
17.
17. So I'm going to take 17 plus 34. That's going to be 51%. 51, that's going to be 65%. So I'm going to say around 0.6500, and that's approximate. Somebody tell me what you get when you do between -0.5 and 2.1.
I got 0.675.
0.6 what?
755.
Now, what if I would have came up, what if I said 0.65 right here, and I would have came up down here with 1.2? Then I know something is what? Wrong. And you're not going to screw up the estimation. I mean, you can see that this above 34%, right? It's above 34%, but it's less than what? I mean, it's less than this whole side over here, so you know it's going to be more because that's a little bit more. So you know it's going to be more than 65, more than 50%. So you got to use your judgment there. And like I said, that's going to be, what is it? Second VARS. Which one is it? Normal CDF?
Yeah.
Norm CDF. And then your lower limit is going to be the left. And your upper limit is going to be the what? Okay? All right. That'll get you started on some of your homework with 7.1. That you are up to 7.1 homework now. But use your calculator because I haven't showed you how to use the table. All right, y'all have a good day. I know who's here. Oconnie's here. And I know who's here, so y'all can go. Bye-bye. I haven't.